What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Now, I know I said I wouldn't be uploading videos as often, and I know this is literally being uploaded a day after I said that, but this is a breaking news story, and when it comes to breaking news stories that are major, I want to get right to the chase. The story takes place at Clementon Park, a smaller amusement park in southern New Jersey, known for their water rides and their S&S wooden coaster, Hellcat, designed by the one and only Alan Schilke. If you are unaware, this park has been SB&O since 2019. Due to financial reasons, the park ended up shutting down, and for the entire 2020 season, it was standing but not operating. The park ended up being sold by its current owner, Premier Parks, out of them being financially bad, and the park was in limbo, but fortunately for Clementon Park, there were a few buyers. But fortunately, it seems like a final buyer has come in and swooped all the property and assets relating to Clementon Park. It is the one and only Indiana Beach. If you don't know about Indiana Beach is a decent-sized amusement park in rural Indiana, owned by Gene Staples. Now, fun fact, this park was also saved. Back in 2020, Indiana Beach was sold by their parent manufacturing company, and they were left in that limbo state that Clementon was left in for a while. But a businessman from Chicago, Illinois named Gene Staples decided to pick up the park and save it for his own. And in the course of the year, they've done a lot. They've improved a lot within the park, they've done a few retrackings, and of course they're adding American Dryer Looper next year, a relocation of Quimera. In the past year, Indiana Beach has gone through a lot, but you could definitely see the fact that the park is trying to expand and rise in popularity with the enthusiasts. And with Clementon, I could definitely see that being the same case. Now let's get into the financial details. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, Indiana Park Holdings LLC, the owners of Indiana Beach, paid $2.37 million for this 52-acre lakeside site in South Jersey. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, that's very cheap for an entire park. It might just be for the land, or it might just be for a few rides. No, the article says that that price is for the park in its entirety. Its lake, liquor licenses, and rides. If this is true, that would mean that Clementon Park would be worth less than a single Gerstlauer Eurofighter. Barely, but still. This park was also sold for auction, which means that if Indiana Park Holdings didn't swoop in and purchase this property, it could have been sold for a much cheaper price. If you're not as familiar with how much roller coasters and theme parks cost, let's look at a ride like an Intamin Blitz or a B&M Hyper. Those rides would cost around $25 to $30 million to build. And even though this is a used amusement park in bad shape, $2.3 million still seems like a very tiny price for an entire park. Now, I actually really like Gene Staples' business model with this. I really like his strategy, and I like how he's purchasing these dying parks for cheap prices and saving them. I mean, he didn't have to spend $3 million, and he owns a new amusement park now. I have to say, this is truly phenomenal on his part, so this brings me to ask a few questions. The first question is, what is the future of this park? There are definitely a lot of very interesting options that go along with this. I could see Hellcat being retracked since people think that is one of the roughest wooden coasters on Earth. I could see a few flat rides being removed in place of newer flat rides or newer roller coasters or newer assets. But most importantly, I think that they could possibly get their hands on a relocated Schwarzkopf or relocated Gerstlauer or something along the lines of that and save a roller coaster as well. They did it with Indiana Beach, so I could easily see it being done as well with this park. Maybe them adding a new major attraction that would attract guests all over the state and maybe the tri-state area. To be honest though, when it comes to park improvements, they probably have to spend more than what they purchase with the park. There's a lot to do, and to bring the charm back to Hellcat and Clementon Park as a whole, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. Though it is a risky project, remember, this isn't their riskiest project. They bought Quimera, enough said. But anyway, this is Cedar Flags. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've made it all the way through, consider subscribing because a small percentage of my viewers are subscribed, so press that subscribe button and check out the rest of my channel. But anyway, this is Cedar Flags, and I will see you all later.